Hey friends, I'm back with another video. Here I am in the ruins of old Sibyllus. What am I doing? Well, I've got an enchanter by themselves. Well, sort of. They've got a crappy cleric mercenary just to try to keep them alive. And it's a low-end mercenary this time, unfortunately, because we're on a free-to-play account, which sucks. But it was the one account that I have that I found an enchanter that was level 51, so decent level for old Sibyllus. And I'm going to ask you for forgiveness in advance if I accidentally call it Cabillus, because I was doing that during a test run of this video. So yeah, in advance, I'm sorry. So what are we going to do? We're going to kill off the pet. So for those of you that are new, because I'm kind of doing this for people that are new, someone had asked me if I'd like to make videos how to play certain characters. Now, I want to make sure I make this very clear. I will not and never will make a tutorial on how to play a character. But I will make a tutorial video on how I play a character. With that disclaimer being said, I don't want anybody arguing or yelling at me if they feel like I'm playing the Enchanter wrong, because this is a tutorial on how I play the Enchanter. Now, I'm going to talk about things that I usually do, things that I never do, but you might want to. So I'm going to try to give information on how others might like to play them, and I'm going to try to play it the way others may like to, but this is in no way an instructional video on how you should play an enchanter. It's just how I play it, and take what you want from it, okay? Now, first of all, I never really play an enchanter solo like this unless I'm absolutely forced, like thumb screws kind of forced, waterboarding in Guantanamo Bay forced. So this is a lot for me to do. Another big step that I'm going to be doing, and this is why I have the cleric here, is I'm going to be telling my pet to leave. So this means I'm going to be nearly defenseless. So what I'm going to try to do is play an enchanter for a little bit, like what other people might play an enchanter. And the enchanter's real power is in charming other creatures to do their bidding. So what are we going to use? I'm going to have my old standbys of Gasping Embrace, Discordant Mind, and there's similar spells from like level 1-ish to all the way to current. I'm assuming there's always going to be a gasping breath type of spell, or similar to choke and others. And then I'm going to keep my slow spell handy. I'm keeping my Tosh spell handy. There's a bunch of different Tashani type spells. The Tosh one it's a magic resist debuff, so it helps your spells to land better. And then these are the critical ones. Well, Gate, I got to keep up because I don't want to die. If my cleric starts getting beat up real bad and I'm getting beat up real bad, I'm gating. Sorry. Keeping Dazzle up, which Dazzle is similar to Enthrall or Sleep. And we have Charm, which this one's called Allure. And we're going to have a Rune up, which is a Berserker spell. Now, most people might not even use Rune spells. This one's being blocked by Focus of the 7. Okay, I'll use the other Rune spell that costs money. So these runes, some of these Rune spells will use Regents. So this one uses Paradox. I'm sure I've got a ton of Paradox. Yeah, I've got 100. I'm fine. So we're going to cast a Rune on ourselves. Now, what some people will do is they'll have the color spray kind of spell. It's like a AoE stun. That one's also good to use. And I can try to use one here somewhere. And yeah, I'm a cautious player, so you know, you play how you want to play. You do you. Let's check what my charisma is. Oh, my charisma is maxed. All right, so I shouldn't have too much trouble holding Mez. And hopefully I can get 5 box killed and get my little daily quest prize. And of course, like, there's people all over the place playing down in here. Whoa, why is this dark elf and why are all these naked people running around? Well, I can't go over there. Gotta find a place where there's not a lot of people. Normally, you know, I would just leave if the dungeon's kind of occupied, but I deserve to be here too. I want to just get this quest done. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Alright, so I mezzed him. I'm going to tosh him to make sure my spell sticks real good. It's been buffed a bit, which is fine, I guess, because I'm going to make him a pet. And I'm going to hit him with a lure. Alright, I got him mezzed. The only problem is he's also still sleeping. So I'm kind of screwed if anything comes along. Oh, someone's saying I can take something. I'm really not interested in taking anything important. Let's see. Let's do that tell. This is a good experiment. Remember, if you do semicolon and tell in front of I, they should be able to understand you regardless of the language you're speaking. Hopefully they get it. I don't know. It didn't go in the regular window. So there we go. We got them. The pet is not missed anymore. So let's try the sepsis scarab here. So the nice thing about charming a critter... Oh, we got 2. So let's try to mez the second one. See, I should have paid more attention. Because there is a thing you can do to avoid a second one. So let's slow the other one that we're fighting. Alright. So you see here we have our pets. To help distinguish my pet from others, I have a pet illusion thing. I don't know if it'll work on this. It only works on summoned pets, not charmed ones. So that blows. Alright. Let's cast the gasping embrace on this guy. Because we for sure want to make sure he dies before my pet does. Now, I have this cleric, and the cleric should heal my pet. The only thing that's going to suck is when my pet, not if, but when my pet breaks the charm, because that happens. And that's what's dangerous. That's what's dangerous, is when the charm breaks, you end up with 2 things on top of you. Actually, let me cast rune on my cleric buddy here too. Let's re-mez the other scarab. We're also going to slow that scarab if it does break free and start attacking. Let's re-dot this scarab that we're fighting. So, Enchanter's life is a slow one. You don't want to try to go too quick, and you don't really have damage spells that can be super, you know, that does devastating damage. So here's another good tip for playing an Enchanter. Let us root this monster that we're fighting. That way, if charm breaks, I only have to deal with my pet. We can also root the other scarab that's mezzed. So neither of them are going anywhere. We don't have to worry about them running away. And there we go. We won. it looks like I still got some time on my charm, so let's start attacking this other guy here. Gotta break the mez. There we go. And we sent the pet right in. And we'll reroute this guy too, just to make sure he stays rooted. It didn't break, luckily, when I dotted him, but what I might have done, and what you can do in the future if you play an Enchanter, is you can actually get weapons. I don't think I have any pet weapons, but you can get some weapons from, like, say, a mage, have them summon some for you, and if anything drops some kind of weapon, it's kind of a magic weapon. I'll hang on to that, I guess. You can give the pet weapons, I'm pretty sure, if once they're charmed, and help them, they might do more damage. The one thing I want to do is keep making sure that I check on what I'm fighting and redo the dots. I've been fighting this guy for a minute, so let me hit him with slow again just to be safe. Okay, he broke root. I'll try to root him again, and then I'll back up. So again, this is how I would play in this scenario. Again, I don't usually charm monsters to fight for me. I usually just use the pet as sort of just a guard to keep the Enchanter safe, because then if something attacks the Enchanter, the pet will jump in, because you can't really control an Enchanter's pet until higher level, where you get AA abilities that lets you command it, but you can command a charmed pet. So a lot of times I just keep the animated thing, the sword and shield pet up, just to keep the Enchanter safe, because if something starts attacking the Enchanter, it'll jump in, it'll keep the mob busy until the Enchanter gets it under control, or mezzed, or rooted, or whatever. Because I usually play my Enchanter in a team. I usually 2-box or 3-box, and one of them will be an Enchanter for crowd control to ensure, oh look, it's another Sepsis Scarab. So let's get him. Actually, my pet's still gonna stay charmed for a while, but just in case, let's root this guy. And we'll make sure we hit him with a slow and a dot. Alright. So we got him taken care of for now. And I could possibly buff my guy over here. I'm gonna risk it for a second. I'm gonna kill Gate and replace it with Swift like Wind for my pet, so my pet is hasted and attacking faster, which means when Charm breaks, he's gonna attack me faster, so that can suck. So what I might do is hit Ruin on myself once more. I mean, I've got a decent amount of hit points. Oh! So hopefully the Ruin will stay until I have this guy charmed again. And there we go, we got him. So it's scary for a second. And you see it was smart that I had that Scarab rooted, because that way I only had my pet punching me instead of the pet and the Scarab. So it's best that you have as few things hitting you as possible. Let's refresh this rune also, because I got hit a couple of times, I'm sure. And I think now we're gonna get our Gate back, because Gate's always nice to escape a bad situation. Oh, jeez. He broke again. And that's the thing about these guys is if you're charming them, it seems like eventually they're gonna just become immune, because it's like they start breaking charm more frequently. At least that's how it seems like from my perspective. I could be completely wrong. Okay, well, we got the scarab. But, you know, if you don't have a group or can't find a group, this can be a good way to play your Enchanter. Alright. Got a star ruby and some crystallized sulfur. We're going to get rid of the direct damage for now because we're not using it too much. I'm going to memorize Pacify, which pacifies like this whole line of spells. It reduces aggressiveness. So we're going to try to pacify the shaman over there, which we did, thankfully. And then we're going to pull this guy, so we should only get the one. Alright. Going to hit him with a slow. So this is another way an Enchanter can help a group too, is by using spells like Pacify. If you see a room with like 3 or 4 different things, and you think they might all come, if you try to just pull the one, you can use Pacify and just do it on each one of them. There's even an AoE version of the spell that is okay, but I don't like the fact that it's so slow. It has a long cooldown. So like, example, I'll re-pacify that guy down there. And then you see it's only 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then pacify is back up. Now with the other one, the AoE one, the cooldown is like 10 seconds. It just takes way too long to recast it. I hate that. So this guy's not rooted. Let me make sure I root him, because if my pet's gonna break the charm again, I think I'm gonna give up on the rune because my cleric was able to keep me alive just fine. Let me give myself my hit point buff though, because I don't... Wait, never mind. I can't use it anyway because I have a, what's it called? Wuxi or something like that. The shaman buff that overwrites it. So yeah. Alright, so we're going to... Let's try to root that guy, that shaman over there. Send our pet in. Give him a slow. I never start with root, but when there's just one by himself there, and I don't want him to come at me, I might just use root and send the pet in. Oh wow, he broke root. That's another thing. If you're hitting, nuking something aggressively, and they're rooted, the root's going to break. But usually if you're just using these gentle damage over time spells, otherwise known as a dot, get it? Damage over time, D-O-T, then, yeah, it doesn't break the root so easy. Oh, the root broke though. Okay, I'm a liar. It happens from time to time. Something I like to do, if it's safe enough, during the pet fighting whatever I'm fighting, I'll sit down and meditate a little bit because I'm at 49% mana. And I don't want to run out of mana, because if I run out of mana, I'm just dead. Can't even gate without mana. So there he goes, he's just beating him up. These guys have a lot of hit points, I'm guessing. How much time do I have left on my charm? Well, it says 11 minutes, but it can break at any moment. So, oh, which it just did. So let me recast Tosh on this guy just to make sure, because I want to make sure he stays Toshed. I want to make sure that my spells keep working on him. There we go. We got him recharmed. I really wish I could hit him with an illusion, though. I think I might be able to, like, on my own Enchanter illusions. But I don't want... Whoa, frog. I didn't see him. Oh, it's mine! I'm like, where did this frog come from? Alright, I got him again. Ooh, there's a Bach. He's one of the kinds that I need. Alright, so let's pacify the one on the left and we'll try to pull the Bach. Oh, wait. There's a big old guy up there, too. So, yeah, we definitely don't want to fight too many. I don't see how we can handle more than one or two at a time. With this method, you know, without having a group as backup and stuff, and with just a mediocre healer. Sorry, Daiweenie. Which I guess let's acknowledge that for a minute. I swear to God, I am not naming these mercenaries, but you tell me what that name is. You tell me with a straight face that that isn't Daiweenie. Just saying. I better not have anybody trying to come at me like no GM saying, oh, you're naming your mercenaries bad. No, that's just the name you guys are giving them. I don't know what the hell is wrong with you people. Maybe I should pretend to be offended. Then maybe I can ask for some free chrono or discount or something. You know they wouldn't give me no free chrono. There's no way in hell. That's one thing I've never cared much about when it comes to Everquest is customer support has always been a bit arrogant. You know? I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong and they don't act kind of superior like there's no other games out there to play. See, I tried to pull with slow, thinking it would be a good idea, and it resisted. Alright, so he's still slapping me, so let's hit him with a root. Tosh and slow are some pretty high aggro spells. That's why Enchanters and Shaman are always the first to get smacked. And root broke again. Alright, there we go. Here's another thing you can do. Keep some Beast Lord crack with you. Some... Ooh, this is for level 20 though. It's not going to do much. I should have grabbed some potions. Some higher level potions. Why do I have such a low level one there? Ooh, this one's higher level. Maybe I drink that one. It might help. So what's my mana regen now? 42? So we'll drink one of these and see what it does. It's at 44 now, so it helped a little bit. It's for level 30. I need to get the level 50 ones. It'll help a lot more. So that's another thing. Keep some spirituality potions with you because that helps with mana. Of course, you don't need clarity potions because you're an enchanter. You already can cast clarity on yourself. Truth be told, I kind of cheated. I got myself Voice of Quellius, which is the highest level mana regen buff you can get at 51. Because I believe in being prepared. Now I wonder if I could take this Sebelite card. Ah, it'll make for a funny death scene. So here we go. Come on, big guy. Let's show these people a good time. Oh, wait. Okay, I was going to say, what the heck? Where did he disappear to? I don't want my pet to go run off half-cocked and aggro a bunch of stuff. Ooh, that's not good. He can summon. So rooting this guy isn't going to help too much. Ooh, that spirituality potion has helped. I'm up to 41%. I'm going to try to root him. But like I said, I don't know how good it's going to be. My mercenary, Daiweenie, is doing pretty good on mana, though. But she has some of the same buffs that I have. They have Voice of Quellius as well. So the rune is still up, too. They haven't aggroed anything. Oh, my dot's wearing off, so let's hit the thing with the dot again. I might survive this big guy over here. I might have to wait for a good old-fashioned train. Before I get killed. Okay, it keeps resisting Gasping Embrace now. There we go. Oh, of course. So it resisted Gasping Embrace, but the one time it landed, it broke root. I can't use the taunt command, though. So I can't command the Krupp Knight over there to taunt. But maybe it does anyway? I have no idea. Just compel him to kill stuff. And I guess that's got to be enough. Now it's funny, the cleric has not buffed the charmed pet. It's keeping it healed, but it's not giving it like temperance or whatever spell that cleric has at that level. I'm believing it's temperance. Because they don't get egoism until 60. Oh, their dot wore off again. So I'm going to try to throw in some videos like this where I play a little bit of each class. Oh, superior camo. It's a clicky mask. I guess that's nice. I give it to some character that needs invisibility, right? And, oh, but there's only 10 charges. Okay. So it's not any better than like a potion. So never mind. That's like vendor fodder. If it was like a permanent clicky, that'd be pretty powerful. Let's see what's in here. Okay, I'm not holding the key. Here's where a rogue would come in handy. They could pick that lock. That's why you should have a rogue in your group. I don't even know what the keys look like in this place. But as far as enchanters go, you know, when you play an enchanter, you're very popular. A lot of groups will want you. One, because you have the haste buffs, which will make your teammates attack faster, the physical attacks. You have your mana buff, or mana regen buff, which lets your teammates regenerate their mana faster, so they can keep casting spells. It's great for giving your cleric clarity, breeze, clarity, and clarity 2, and then the other ones later on, because that will give them mana so they can keep you alive and healed. So enchanters are super, super useful. And I'd say I'd had a love-hate relationship with enchanters when I first started trying them out, because I loved how everybody wanted me in their group. Because when I learned how to actually play them properly, it was fun. You know, I would be responsible for using Tosh with the magic debuff, because then all the other players that are casters in the group, their spells are more likely to land on what we're fighting when the enchanter used Tosh. If you have a mage in your group, Usually you try to hit them with the enemy with Tosh first, then the mage will hit them with Mallow, which is a further debuff that lands better after they've been toshed, and then you can land your slows and your dots even easier because you got two magic debuffs on top of each other, and they stack, and it's excellent. So a mage and enchanter can make a pretty cool team. Alright, so we got two here. I think we're going to pacify one, and we'll pull the other one with Tosh. Oh, we got extra. We got an ad over there, so let's try to mez the ad. Alright, we mesmerized the ad. Now let's slow the one that we're fighting. And our pet's over here doing the fighting, so he pulled the aggro off us. Now here's where things can get sticky. Because I gotta make sure I keep this guy sleeping. And make sure we root him too. And we only got 5 minutes left on the charm. So we gotta keep an eye on that too. I gotta refresh the dot. Okay, I'm gonna redo the haste on our pet too. Just because without it, he's a little bit slow on attacking. So that went really well. That guy died pretty quick. Oh, I forgot another thing I can do. We do get 1 damage shield at level 25, guys. So let's break the mez over there. Send in the pets. Oh, Christ. Oh, no. This is not good at all. I'm getting attacked by 2. Alright, this is looking pretty bad here. But like I said, a death scene is always a fun way to end a video. Let's hit the pet with a damage shield. I think I'm going to hit myself and the cleric with the damage shield as well. And my mana shot back up, guys. So, and that's because with that potion not even being that good. So a potion that's my level would have been even better. Alright. So I think I'm going to... I mean, I wonder if I can memorize Memory Blurred, if that would help. Oh, hey! Those are always good. Okay, let's remez this guy on the right. And we'll attack the wizard here on the left. And again, I tried to hit slow without using Tosh first. And what happened? It was resisted. And that ends up being a waste of mana. So that's why it's a really good idea to use Tosh. And I'm just calling it Tosh because there are many different spells with similar names. They all begin with Tosh. Tashani, Tashania, Tashan. Necros are camped. Kark. Okay. Unfortunately, they don't recognize camps anymore. I mean, I would not take someone else's camp. But, yeah, they say that nobody cares about camps anymore. Which is unfortunate. Okay, let's rememorize Pacify. Uh-oh. Really? See, again, this is why it's good to have someone that can heal you around. Alright. It worked out, though. I think I'm just going to kill off this knight, and then we'll call this video done. Oh? You're coming at me? Oh, I still gotta slow this guy, right? Yeah. Probably should have done that before I dotted him. But it's good to cast your debuffs first and your dot last, because you want to make sure he's toshed, make sure he's slowed, because if you hit him with a dot, he may come at you, and if he's slowed, he's not going to hit you as much. So I don't know how helpful this was. You can tell me in the comments below. Tell me, was this helpful at all? Or was this completely stupid and pointless? Let's say also this, we're coming through this area, right? Well, we know there's one behind them because we had to deal with that earlier. So let's calm the first one until we can see the second one over there, and then we'll calm the second one. So we should be able to just pull this first one now. So let's try it. And yeah, we managed to get only the one, which is great, because that's what we want to do. So we have him toshed, we'll hit him with slow. And we'll hit him with the dot. And we'll use root last because the dot usually breaks root anyway. So it's better to dot than root. And I always try to make sure to look behind me once in a while so I know what's happening. One thing you can also do, if you want to sort of look around while you're sitting down and meditating, you can roll out with your mouse wheel, then hold your left mouse button, and you can swing around, move your mouse around, and you could pan, and you can look like 360 degrees all around while you're still sitting down and meditating. This, I feel like, is a really good tip for just about anybody. If you have to be sitting and meditating, you can wheel out. And that's why I sort of don't play this game too much in first person anymore, because I could see what's behind me. And I feel like that's sort of an important thing to do in this game. Too many times have I been sitting there meditating and had something come along and slap me on the back of the head like they were, what's his face? That 70s show, Foreman, the dad. Oh, we got both of them kicking our asses now because the charm broke. But it's back. And we're going to have him kill the scarab. And then I think, like I said, we're going to call it done. Now, here's where that AoE stun could come in handy when you have your charm break. It's just, I don't know what else to do as far as, oh, here's where it's going to get fun, because everything's starting to attack. This is why root is good, because when the creatures start to run away, you might end up with all sorts of shit coming at you, because everything's going to start to aggro. Oh, we got ourselves a crystalline short sword, 1224. This must have been pretty nice at one time. And we got a level. We leveled up, so we are 52 now. So I think that's going to be it. Those things, when Mez breaks, they're just going to walk back to where they were. So we're going to gate and be safe back at home. Oh, wait a second, though. We still have 2 more bucks to kill. So let's try something else. we're going to try... Oh. You know what? No, we're going to gate because our pet just woke up too. We'll come back later on and kill those 2 box and finish that quest. But again, thank you all for watching. I hope this was helpful in some way. This is how I would play an Enchanter if I was soloing. I could try to do different videos on Enchanters of more how I would play in a group. Usually when I'm playing in a group, all I do is tosh and slow and keep the group buffed with haste and clarity. And if I'm feeling spicy, I'll throw in a couple of dots and nukes, especially if the group has a really good tank. But a lot of times if I'm 3-boxing, I'll just have an assist key for my Enchanter, and the Enchanter will be using tosh and slow and maybe the dot. And again, like I said, keeping the group buffed with clarity and haste. So feel free to tell me what classes you would like me to do next. I'm sure I'm going to be doing a mage soon because that's my absolute favorite class to play. But I thought doing the Enchanter was good because it's one of the more difficult classes to play. At least for me, it was very difficult to figure out what the spells did. Back in the old days, we didn't really have clear explanations of what spells did. At least now, when you right-click on a spell and you hold it, you can see and have an idea what the spell does. In the old days, when I right-clicked on like a Tashani spell, it would just say that the target hears the barking of Tashan or some vague nonsense like that. And you're like, what the hell does that mean? Who the hell is Tashan? I just didn't know what it did. It took me being in a group in Oasis and a very knowledgeable troll warrior to teach me how to play my own damn class. Because I was new to the game. This was back when I was new, and I had no idea what I was doing. So he taught me. He said, load up Tashani, because that will help your spells land. It's a magic debuff. And then, he said, load up slow, because slowing the orcs will help, because we were on the orc highway fighting the orcs. And then he said, hey, and if you got a good haste, then just keep throwing haste on me and we should be good. And then the rest of the party did the other stuff, and I was so happy to get this insight because I had no idea. And Everquest still doesn't really tell you how to play your class. You sort of have to figure that out on your own. So I can see how finding helpful videos on YouTube can help new players. And that is one of the goals of me doing these videos in the first place, is to try to attract new players to Everquest, because I want to make sure it goes on for a long time, because my ass is addicted and I need my crack. I need my Evercrack. So thank you for watching, and I hope you like and subscribe the video. Please remember, check out my Patreon. And what do you think of my new intro? I had actually commissioned this song on Fiverr, and I love it. I think it's very much reminiscent of Steam font with the clockwork sounds and everything, and it's very steampunk-esque. And yeah, so I hope you guys like it. If you feel like it's too long, I can try to maybe shorten it up a little. But I want to add it to at least some of my videos because I think it's fun. And yeah, I spent a little money on it. But it's just something I wanted to do. I thought, hey, let's up the quality a little. Let's add like a cool intro. And I think I need to work on the intro a little more too. just to make it a little nicer and smoother. But I thought it was a good first try. So again, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a great day. Have a wonderful tomorrow.